you got to realize that whatever you're doing, you're competing with somebody. What is it that gives you an advantage over your competition? Whatever you're good at, try to be great at it. And if you're great at it, good things will happen.
Maverick Podcast.
I'm far from average. That's why I had to come sit down and chop it up with DJ Maverick. They know my name from coast to coast and even in Dallas. I use my talent when I'm faced with a challenge. Gratitude strength is my magnet. Close your eyes and imagine. If you can see it in your mind, then you can have it.
Maverick Podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. This is the Maverick Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Maverick. Today, we have another rock star in the building. We have the actress, Edna Garcia. Welcome to the pod.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Before we dive into everything, for the 1% of the people out there that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Edna Garcia, and I've been doing acting since 2009.
Okay.
I started at OCCC over here at a community college.
Yeah.
And I was doing another career, and I was going to go into psychology to be a counselor. And I saw some acting classes. So I was instantly interested because, you know, I grew up in Mexico. So we grew up watching telenovelas. So I always loved watching them. And I always wanted to be an actress. I was like, why not? Just for fun. So
interesting. But that's a cool pivot. So you were into psychology, and then all of a sudden, did you drop the psychology and you were like into acting classes, or how did that go?
I took a theater class. It was not about theater. It was about the history of theater.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to take acting 1. And then I went to acting 2.
Yeah.
And then one of my teachers there, she was an actress for theater and for television, for commercials, films, and everything. And she was talking about all of that and all the things that she's done. But a lot of the people that I was in class with, they were theater kids. I was around 20.
Okay.
So they probably started since they were like teenagers, like 12 or kids even. And a lot of them, they knew what they were doing. I didn't have any idea what I was supposed to do. And she was talking about that she had a talent agent and she had to get some headshots done. And she was telling us about getting some done. And I was like, okay. So I started doing that and looking for an agent just because I hear those 2 words.
Right. So that's interesting. You mentioned that some of the kids were doing it longer than you. That could have gone 2 ways. Either you could have been intimidated by that or you could have been driven by that. So how did you feel?
I like challenges.
You're like, I got to do it.
Yes. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to be like, no, oh, no, I cannot do that. Oh, I look at people and not to say, oh, I'm better than them, but I look at them and I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Right. 1000%.
Because I mean, I don't know. That's how I am. And that's how I think everybody should be because it's, I don't know, it does help. But yeah, I was very intimidated because English was my second language. I didn't know a lot of English. And I was probably like 50% on my English knowledge or less. And we were supposed to memorize lines. We were supposed to have scenes. And I missed a lot of things because I didn't understand. Yeah. But I just knew I wanted to do it. That's all. And a lot of my professor, he was very patient. And a lot of the students who I have like a scene with, they were patient. Or sometimes they will laugh. But I never took it personal.
Yeah, that's great.
Because everybody was nice and cool, and we were all kids. I was around 20, 21. And and that teacher, another professor that I had, she was talking about it on class, and she was always very helpful too. She always talked to us about believing in ourselves and to go here, go there, or do auditions for theater in the college and stuff like that. I did it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I still did it.
So the real question, what about your family? What was the reception when they found out, like, you're going to go into acting? You're going to school. We thought you were going to go do psychology, but now you're saying that you want to do acting. What was the feedback?
I was taking classes for psychology, but I was in the middle of taking my first classes, you know, when you go to college.
Just like the basics and stuff like that?
Just basics. And
okay.
When I started doing that, like, everybody was, because there's no actors in my family.
Mm-hmm.
We've known of one actor in the family, but it was so far away, and we were not even close to that person. And it's everybody was like, "Yeah, are you sure? Why?" Like,
But they're positive.
How are you gonna? Well, I don't. In the Mexican community, like anything that is unknown, not just in the Mexican community, but
Right.
everything that is unknown, maybe it's not a very good idea.
They're always like, well, you got to have a plan B, right? In case it doesn't work out, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I do get that.
Yeah.
I do get it, because acting, any creative career, you just don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah. So you mentioned telenovelas. Was that the first inspiration into like that light bulb? I want to be an actress, or what was it a movie? Was it music? Like, there's got to be a moment where you're like, okay, I think I want to do acting.
I think we were in Mexico. We were living in Mexico. We didn't move here until I was like 12.
Okay.
So I was probably like 7 or 8, and I used to watch like I said, novelas. And
7 or 8.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. But we're Mexican kids. We watch novelas,
Right.
And there was like a lot of them. They're gonna know which one I'm talking about. It was Luz Clarita, and I used to watch Daniela Luján, and I was like, oh, I want to be like her. And we're the same age. I was like, oh my God. And I will go to my room, and I would look in the mirror, and I would start doing acting. I would pretend I was crazy. But
So
my mom would come to the room and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nothing. And then I used to watch like Rambo and all those movies.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, those are pretty cool. I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Did you like have in mind what type of acting? Did you want to do like romance? Did you want to do drama? Did you want to do action? Or you're just like, I just want to act no matter what?
I just want to do act.
Yeah.
I just want to act.
Okay.
Want to act. But I mean, my favorite is definitely, I like drama. I love thrillers. I love comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like comedy too. I've been in a couple comedy movies and short films, and it's so much fun. Yeah, being silly, just being silly. You have a great time doing those.
So how did you become so confident, right? Because I think in the business world, when you get no rejection, it's like, okay, maybe this business idea is not good, right? But in acting, you could get a million rejections. You go to an audition and they're like, nope, sorry, we're not what you're looking for, right? So you have to be confident to keep pursuing this dream. Yes. How did you do that?
I've always been confident.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not always. I mean, we all have our moments where we don't feel like good enough for stuff, or there's especially in acting I think a lot of actors feel this way, that maybe we're not booking this, we're not good enough. Maybe we're not very talented like as we think we are. Because even if you have a talent, even if you have the talent, you have to work the talent.
Right.
You have to take some classes. You have to be on set to learn the skill. It takes a lot of patience. When I started doing auditions, my very first audition, it was for a commercial here in Oklahoma. And it was with and this is now, I already had a talent. And it was my very first couple of months.
Walk me through that. What was that like?
It was like, oh, you have an audition in Spanish. I'm like, oh, my first audition in Spanish,
Yeah.
And it was for a big company here in Oklahoma. And it was with a big production company too.
Okay.
I didn't know how big they were, but all I know, it was a lot of people behind the camera, and it was a director, producer. I don't know who was there. But
And all eyes on you.
Well,
Right.
it was a room full of people walking in front of the camera and doing your lines. They give you a piece of paper, and you have some lines. You can look at the piece and then look at the camera and say your lines. Very simple, very basic. And then I just get in front of the camera, and then I froze.
No way.
Yes. And then I was trying to move my hands, and they were just, I couldn't move. And I was probably having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And then that was it. I was very disappointed at myself.
So what happened? You
nothing.
froze?
No, I didn't book it.
But did they say like, okay, you want to take 5-minute break? Do you want to come back?
No.
Or they're just like next.
They're not going to waste their time with you. No.
See, if they're like, hey, you're not what we're looking for. No thanks. Right. After a while, you get so many of those. I would start to second guess myself. Right.
I think that's one of the worst things. I don't know if it's the worst things or they do it for it's on purpose, but they never tell you anything.
Nothing.
So if you do your audition, and then if you get a call back, they're not gonna. Oh, we decided to go with somebody else. Thank you very much. No. You just show up to your audition, hope for the best, and in 2-3 days, you don't hear. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So no
Most
feedback.
of the time. Huh? No, there's no feedback.
Wow. So how do you get better? How do you know, like, I need to work on this, or that if you're not getting any feedback, right?
Well, you take classes. You like, it's always very recommended in the industry that always train your skill. Always take there's Meisner technique, acting for the camera, drama, scene. There's all kinds of classes that you should be able taking all the time, at least once a year.
Yeah.
Or, a lot of actors have coaches. So if you have a tape audition for a film, for a TV series and stuff like that, you have your person that you can go to.
Okay.
And they can pretty much coach you if you have any doubts about your audition, or if you're doing something that is not working for the tape audition, then they'll give you feedback.
Okay. So you didn't hear anything from that one. We froze up. But do you remember the one that you did book and you did land?
Yes.
Walk me through that very first one.
Well, the first was that I booked. And I didn't have an audition. It was just based on my pictures.
Really?
Because I got my headshots and they were
that good. They were like, this is it.
Yeah,
this is what we're looking for.
Really good, because the photographer was from LA. So he flies over here at least 2 times a year. And it was my first time taking pictures, that many pictures. So he took like 300 pictures.
No way.
And so they have like a makeup person. They do your hair, they choose your wardrobe, and then they take pictures. So, and then I knew of the casting director because the local from Oklahoma, which is Chris Freihofer. And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna work with this company from New York. Maybe you should send me for that."
Yeah.
So I submitted for that, and I was cast as hottie number 4.
Nice. I like that. It could be worse. I'll take hottie number 4.
Yeah, but I know
top
what
5.
I was doing. I was,
Yeah.
And you're supposed to play dumb, so
Yeah.
it worked because I didn't know what I was doing.
That's
I
perfect.
was like, huh?
What was it about? What is it? What kind of
It
movie?
was about
or-
tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
and
Okay.
people partying and getting.
And you're just like the hottie number 4. Like
There were other girls with me and,
I
you know,
love that.
partying and doing all
Yeah.
kinds of things. I was not doing anything, but
Okay.
yeah, that was it. And then I do for another casino based on headshots too.
Yeah.
And I book a principal. So I was just looking at the other principals and copying what they were doing. I was just follow their lead. And
Okay.
that's how you learn when you're an actor,
Yeah.
especially when you're in the first couple times that you go on set, you just watch the other people, what they're doing. So you follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's different now, but was it difficult being here in Oklahoma versus LA or New York? Did you feel like you could still be competitive and submit to many movies and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, first of all, I have a kid, so I was a pretty young mom. So when I started going to college, taking classes, and starting all my acting career, my kid was like probably 3 or 4.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So I had a lot of people telling me, go to LA, go do this, but I'm like, I'm not. I'm just gonna do whatever I can over here, and I'm gonna do it in Texas too if I can, because I got years later, 2-3 years later, I got me a Texas agent.
Okay.
So there's always opportunities for commercials, photo shoots, industrials, voiceovers,
Yeah.
film. I mean, it's growing. Oklahoma and Texas is growing. So over the years, it's gotten bigger. And a lot of people from LA are moving to Texas
Really?
and moving to Oklahoma.
Okay.
So a lot of people now are like, why would you go there? Like, don't go there. And honestly, there is not something that I'm planning to do anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, when I was younger, it was before COVID, it was more likely the best option.
Okay.
But I didn't take it as an option because I had a kid to raise.
Right.
So that was first, and then my career and dream second.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that didn't stop you, right? Because many people would have been like, hey, maybe this dream, I just need to give up, and maybe I just need to work a job and just forget about this dream, right?
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
It is definitely a lot easier because, first of all, income, stability. And when it comes to those careers, it's kind of hard to manage all of that.
Right. We were talking before we fired up the cameras about learning everything, right? I was telling you I learned about audio, I learned about cameras. And you said that you're even doing that because now the way that you submit auditions is different, right? So tell me about that.
Yes. Well, even before COVID, there was instances that we needed to do a tape audition, right? Because a lot of the times it was from far away and you just have to tape yourself. So I will hire like Rogelio Almeida. I don't know.
Shout out.
He's a director.
Yeah.
And I will be like, hey, help me out doing this scene and record me because I didn't know what to do. And he will do all the job for me and then I will send it in. But then after COVID, during COVID, they were like, oh, we still need to work. We still need to do commercials and we still need to film. So they're like, okay, tape auditions. So I had to tape myself almost every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes almost every day.
Is that difficult because you're by yourself and you have to speak to a camera and look at the camera like it's a person, right? You have to act it out.
Yes.
So is that difficult doing that just by yourself?
A lot of the times you don't have to look at the camera.
Okay.
You look on the side of the camera
Really?
when it comes to acting. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was the first couple of years, since I started 2009, it took me 2-3 years to get comfortable in front of the camera.
I see.
But after I got comfortable
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, it was easy.
Yeah.
The difficult part was setting up the camera when it comes to tape auditions, setting up the lighting,
audio, everything, right?
Audio, everything. And then on top of that, you have to edit your videos. And if there's any sounds, you have to take that off the video. And
so my struggle.
yes, I know.
There's
it's
so
a lot
much,
of work.
right?
And I'm like, I only signed up to be an actor.
Yeah.
But it's, it's
valuable.
Because now a lot of actors are not just actors; they're becoming directors. And as myself too, I work as a crew member.
Okay.
For the art department.
Cool.
Or the wardrobe department. So it's like you learn all these things behind the camera.
Yeah.
And I learned doing the lighting just by watching the lighting people doing my own lighting. And
it's amazing.
Because sometimes as an actor, you just stand there on set.
Just waiting, right?
Waiting in front of the camera and they're like trying to do this behind you and then, okay, she looks good. So you watch those people and I mean, it will help.
Yeah, that's a great tip. So people out there that are watching, maybe also pick up those skills because you never know. There's so many roles in movies and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and then you can also watch YouTube videos because now there's everything there. Even on TikTok, on YouTube, everything. All the kind of information you're looking for is right there.
So you mentioned movies, commercials, independent films, but I also know that you're a rock star when it comes to music videos, right? Specifically Blake Shelton. So tell me about that. How did that happen?
Well, I was in Texas. I was shooting a short film, and it was on the weekend. I was supposed to be there on a Saturday and Sunday. And I don't remember which day exactly my agent called me, and she asked me, Edna, you're going to be available Monday through Wednesday. And I'm like, yes. Why? And she's like, well, we have a music video, and it's going to be here in Oklahoma, and they need a talent and they need a Latina.
Awesome.
They look at your headshots and they wanted to know if you're available.
Yeah.
And because that's how before I go there, that's how production companies go to talent agencies. They go to their websites and they look for talent.
So they just go through the database and look at everybody.
And then sometimes they look at your videos because you have commercials or whatever you have there, the work that you're done, you put it there. So I was like, yeah. She's like, well, you cannot tell nobody, but it's going to be for Blake Shelton.
Wow.
And I was like, what?
You're like, is this a joke?
Yes. And, it was one of my best friends. She loves country music.
Yeah.
And I'm Mexican. And, I listen to other Mexican music and stuff like that.
Sure.
Some of them can be similar.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend, she loves to take me to country music concerts. And she's like, oh, you better listen to these country artists. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was like a year or 2 years that I've been listening to country music.
So you were aware of Blake Shelton?
Yes,
Yeah.
but because it was because of my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I used to watch his videos, and I love his music and stuff like that. And I'm not lying to you. And I will watch the videos. I'm like, one day I will be in a country music video, and
Amazing. I like that.
yes, I do that. My agent called me, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm available. What do I need to bring? You need to bring this and that and that. So yeah, I showed up to the little town that it's Blake Shelton is from.
Okay.
I think it's 2 hours away from here, an hour and a half. I don't remember the name right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he was not there, but his manager, his production company was there, and it was another male actor there who was supposed to be my boyfriend in the music video.
Okay.
And we did a total of 10 videos because Blake Shelton was working for a reality TV show.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Was it The Voice? Or
Yes, he was working at The Voice.
Okay.
And he didn't have time to shoot his music video, so he needed some people to do it for him. And it was me and this guy. So we did the whole, and I think he was bringing back the sunshine.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you prepare for that? Did you have to listen to the song on repeat, or were there lines? How did you prepare?
Songs, no.
No?
I didn't listen to the CD. I didn't know. I remember there was this scene that we were supposed to do, and it was like a bed scene, and we were supposed to kiss and get on bed, and they're like, oh, this is for the sangria music video, and it's gonna be
a little spicy.
Yes, it's gonna be spicy. And I was so nervous because I've never actually,
Yeah.
I'm lying. The weekend, I was the wife of a guy that on the short film I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
I was the wife. So I was supposed to do another scene with him.
Okay.
And then 2 days later, I was with somebody. I was like, oh, Jesus.
What's going on? How do you prep for that? Because you've never met this person, and then all of a sudden you're supposed to have this chemistry, and you're supposed to look natural, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's acting. It's acting. And you know what? We had chemistry. It was easy to work with that person. He was friendly. He was nice. He was respectful. And that's all I needed. He was pretty nice to me. So, yeah.
That's super
that
cool.
helps.
Yeah.
Did
you tell your friend? Was she able to come along, or
no?
did you
I
keep
told
it a
her.
secret until after?
No, I told her. Yeah, of course I'm going to tell her. Yes.
Yeah.
We hardly keep any secrets, so.
Yeah. So the music video comes out. Everybody sees you. What's the reaction? I'm sure, your social media, everything.
Oh, my
was,
friends were
blowing
so
up, right?
Yeah. I don't tell a lot of people, but yeah, my friends were so excited about it.
Yeah.
That's
That's really
people.
cool because, there's so many avenues, right? Commercial work, music videos, movies, independent films, right? What do you enjoy the most, do you think?
I enjoy everything, but film, television, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you enjoy the more independent film or big production films? Because I think they're two different animals.
Yeah,
right?
there is. Yeah, because independent is a lot smaller, low budget. Some of them, not all of them, because there's a lot of independent films now, with bigger budgets, and it's working because they get to sell their film to networks.
And even Netflix now, some of those series, every episode, the budget is a budget of a movie, just for that one episode.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's an hour-long episode.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my friends have sold their films on networks and has worked for them.
Yeah. And now imagine also being independent, you have to do your own stunts, right? I remember you did an independent film where you were like a superhero. There was a lot of like fighting and like stuff like that in the role, right?
Yes. So, I did The Bullet Tears, and it was a 48-hour film. And a 48-hour film is, I don't know if you have ever heard of it. They give you 48 hours to
like start and end the whole thing.
You cannot have a script.
Really?
So you have the directors have a meeting with the company that is doing the 48-hour film, right? Yeah. And they have 3 things. They're supposed to say this line on the script. They're supposed to have this prop. And I don't remember the other one. And that's how they have to improvise. Yeah. So they have all night to write a script.
Wow.
And it has to be like, I think 7 to 9 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes.
And these are the requirements for like a film festival, or like what are...
For the 48th.
Like 48 is
48
a genre?
Is whenever
like,
it's a 48 film, it's like a company where a lot of directors, a lot of people from the art department, actors, writers, is wherever you make connections with all these people, these unique people. So, and it's a Facebook group, right?
Really?
A 48-hour film.
Okay.
So it's a Facebook group. And then this director have all his friends that he wants to work with, right? He has like the like I said, the art department, the lighting, the sound department. Yep. And then actors go to that group and they're like, hey, I'm this actor. This is what I've done. This is my resume. And this is my YouTube video from all the demo reel all the work that I've done.
Right.
So a lot of directors book actors from that, or they have their own friends who are actors, and they all get together. And sometimes it's a group of 5, 6, 7 people, or it can be 20, 30, 40 people.
In 48 hours, that's it.
In 48 hours. So the director and the writers, and they all write a script, or they already have an idea of the script, so they just add on the things that they need. And then Saturday, that happens on Friday, and Saturday, you shoot all day. All the way from the morning, all the way into night.
Jeez.
Like, you finish when you finish.
Wow.
And they also have to scout locations. And a lot of them have ideas where they're going to shoot. But some of them, they're like, oh, we're going to need this. So they're like, we're going to need this car. We're going to need to feed all these people. So we're going to need catering.
Figuring everything out on the fly, 48 hours.
The same Friday. And then Friday, they have to finish all of that. And then Saturday's shooting all day.
Wow.
And then Sunday, once they're done shooting, they start editing. Or they have a person in their computer already editing the film.
Jeez. And from our conversation, it sounds like maybe you enjoy that because it's a challenge. But you tell me, like, 48 hours, that's a lot of work. So
yeah, for the actors, we show up and just do the work. And
but you could be there till like 2, 3 in the morning or something,
because on the Bullet
right?
Tears, we did actually we're there from 7 all the way down to the night, or if we finish early, whatever. Yeah. But it was a challenge because, I mean, we are on these costumes. We're supposed to learn fighting scenes, our lines, that moment. And I'm telling you, I have an accent, and English is my second language. I already spoke English, but sometimes it's difficult to pronounce things.
Sure.
And fighting scenes, and then I almost had a heat stroke because we were doing the fighting scenes, and it was the hottest day in Oklahoma. You know how those days go.
Oh yeah.
And then whenever you're doing sound, you can have any sound when you're filming.
Yeah.
You know that.
It's like retake.
It has to be quiet, and you're doing all these scenes where you're fighting with people. I got so hot. I was like, oh, I'm gonna pass out. And I'm not that delicate, but Oklahoma. You know.
Plus, you're in like costume and everything.
Yeah, that has happened to me too. Again with Queens, because we shot in the middle of June, July, and August.
I think Queens is the one that I saw where you were like fighting, and there was like action heroes type of thing, right?
That one too. Yeah, and we do practice our fighting scenes other days during the week. And that's a lot of fun because you actually, even though you're practicing and this is all choreographed, you do learn a little bit how to fight and how to use arms. And,
oh man,
they teach you because you have people teaching you all this cool stuff.
Yeah,
and Yeah, but Queens, there was one time that it was just so hot and we couldn't stop sweating.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, how are we going to look in camera? But
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing fighting scenes, so I'd rather look good doing acting than looking good.
Jeez. Well, going back to this 48-hour film, what was the name of it you said?
Bullet Tears.
Bullet Tears. So on your IMDb, it said that you won some awards at film festivals for that, right?
Yes,
so
I did.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I won Best Actor for Short Film in New York. It was a urban film festival.
Wow.
Yes.
How
And
does that work?
we went. Oh no, we actually went to Comic-Con too for that.
Oh, really?
So we first went to Comic-Con in San Diego because this is when you do short films or films, you get to submit to film festivals, and they have them in Oklahoma, Texas, all over the country and outside of the country too.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go international if you want to. And so Kyle, who was a director, he submitted for Comic-Con. So we were accepted for Comic-Con.
Nice.
So we all got passes to go to Comic-Con.
Yeah. I've never been to a Comic-Con, but it looks a lot of fun. Like everybody dresses up and like everybody's there. Like they don't care like to nerd out. Like
no, and it's so much fun. And there were actors there and they have all these. I didn't go to any of those because it was my first time going there and I was just walking around and having
You didn't dress up? You didn't go?
No, we didn't dress up. It was the whole, it was a lot of us. It was like 7 or 8 of us who went, girls and guys.
Yeah.
And they got an Airbnb and we all stay in Airbnb.
Cool.
It was such a cool place.
Mm-hmm.
And we went for like 3, 4, or 5 days to Comic-Con.
Awesome.
And we went to the parties. We went to the after parties
Yeah.
with all these directors, producers, and actors and everything. It was so fun.
Cool.
And then we went to New York and we went there for 4 or 5 days. Okay. Rented an Airbnb again and with the same people. And we just went to the festival and go to have fun in New York.
Yeah. Walk me through that process about the film festivals. You said that you can submit to multiple and even international film festivals. Is that dependent on what the director wants to do? Or like who is the one that picks like what festivals it's going to get submitted to? I
think a lot of them submit to the, I've never done it myself, but I know a lot of them they know about the film festivals and they submit to all of them that, you know, you can, like anybody can Google the information and you can just like submit your video. I think there's a fee. So when I was checking out your IMDb, I thought that was really cool because it lists all your films, all of your awards, right? It's almost like a resume. But my question to you, do you also build out a YouTube channel, a TikTok? Like, how do you showcase your work as an actress? I do have a YouTube channel. I do. I put all my, if I have any commercial work that I've done, and if I can get it from the producer, I'll post it there. Okay. I'll do my demo reels. I also have actors access, and that's more for directors or producers to look into your work, all the things that you've done, commercial, film, everything that you've done, and they can. I don't do a lot of social media. I noticed that. Yes, I don't. I don't. I need to be working on that. Yeah, because I think even like musicians, like everybody, it's almost like you have to do social media. Yes, I know. Like it just comes with the territory, even if you don't enjoy it. Yes. Right. So even I've seen where actresses will be like, day in the life of being an actor, come with me. And they'll show you like going to the audition, you know, wardrobe, all that. Like it's almost like they're creating content just to be on everybody's radar. Yes, right? I know. And sometimes I say, I'm going to record myself and I'm just going to, and I'll just forget because I'm focusing on doing the work. Yeah. And a lot of actors are very good at that. They're very good at showcases themselves. Some of us are just more private. Yes, I am a little bit more private, but I know I can be good at it if I want to. And maybe next time I will do a TikTok. Perfect. But a lot of the tape auditions, you cannot post them once the commercial or the film is done. Oh, really? Yes. Okay. Because they kind of own the rights and they... Yes.
Okay.
Even you cannot. Sometimes you cannot even show your tape audition picture process. Sometimes you can, but sometimes they're very private.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. You tell me, $1 million question. Being an actress, are you an introvert or extrovert?
I'm an extrovert.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think that after the pandemic, there was something happened in my brain that all of a sudden I'm just like, I became a little bit more private, more, I don't know, more to myself. And I don't know, maybe it's the age, maybe I'm getting older, or I don't know. But in my 20s, I used to do a lot more things. I used to go to more festivals. I used to be more like about like film parties and stuff like that.
More social.
Yes, more social. But after the pandemic, I'm like, I like chilling at home.
I think also, like, honestly, we probably get burnt out, right? Like
a little bit.
There's so much social media. And then if you're having to manage all those different platforms, it's a lot of work. You're like, okay, I have to do a TikTok. I have to do Instagram. I have to do YouTube. Like,
I mean, if you're doing your own 1-2 tape audition, even a day, it's already a lot of work. And if you have a job and then you have to come home, do a tape audition, it's a lot of work. So I like to focus my energy when it comes to tape auditions and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't even have time to do them. Or sometimes I'm like, I'm not available those days, so I cannot do them. Yeah. But at the same time, that's my main priority, you know?
Okay. So you mentioned that sometimes they find you just because of your headshots.
Yeah.
Right? It could be that they could find you because of your social media.
Exactly.
Right. No pressure, but I think you just never know, like, who's
I will work on
there,
it.
right?
I will work on it.
Yeah. Tell me about just like reinventing yourself, right? I'm sure when you started acting at the very beginning till now, the process, the movies, everything is different. You have to keep current with everything, right?
Yes.
Are you a firm believer of like reinventing yourself? Like, how do you go about that?
It's more about mindsets, like, you know, because acting is very difficult. The job doing the acting, if you memorize your lines, if you are prepared and show up to set, is supposed to be easy and easygoing for everybody. That's the easy part. The hard part is whenever the quiet part, when you're not booking anything.
Yeah.
You know? And when it comes to this, like, I've been doing this since 2009. And there's been a whole year when I don't book anything, and I've auditioned every week. And then there comes a point where you're just like,
I would be crying.
I'm like,
I would be like,
okay, what is your problem?
Yeah.
Why you don't like me?
Man.
But or maybe I should quit. What is this? So you go through those phases all these years in acting where you're younger and you're like, I'm just going to quit. And then you quit for 2-3 months. And then you're like, I cannot quit. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And then you watch a movie and you're inspired. And you're like, okay, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to do it again. And then 6 months go by and you're doing all that you're supposed to do. Nothing. Crickets. And then you're just like, okay. And
So
then
what's
you
your
have
advice?
you have a tape audition that is like something very tempting. Oh, that's cool. Yes, that's pretty cool.
So what would be your advice to stay motivated, right? You mentioned you're not booking anything for a while. Maybe I would be like, okay, I'm going to give up now. I don't know.
To have a life.
Okay.
There's other areas in your life that are also important, not just your career and your dreams.
True.
You have your family, you have your friends.
Yeah.
You have your partner, your anything. You have other things to do.
Hobbies, family.
You can go to the gym. You can try a new hobby. You can take a trip. I love traveling.
Okay.
You see, and that's one of the things. And I've taken a break from traveling, but this year I'm like, okay, no, I'm going to travel. If I'm not going to be booking, I'm going to be traveling.
Awesome.
Like, you have to find ways to stay sane because it can be mentally challenging to go through those things, because you can get depressed, you can get disappointed at yourself, and your self-esteem and your confidence can go down just by not booking anything because you don't think you're good enough. But then sometimes, no shame, no blaming, no nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
But sometimes you will watch a movie and you see a person, you're like, why the heck is that person there?
Like, how did they land that part, right?
And I'm like, okay, no.
Yeah.
And it's true. Sometimes, even if you're not very good, as long as you believe in yourself, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
It's all about that. Just keep believing in yourself.
Yeah. But I think also there's a lot of pressure to just be positive, right? Everybody expects you to like be positive on set, positive in the audition.
Yes.
Even if you like go to Comic-Con, they expect you to be positive with the fans.
Yes.
How do you do that?
No.
Like you're not allowed to have a bad day? Like
yes, I do.
You know?
I mean, I'm not positive all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're not booking, you are not fun to be around.
Yeah.
You're like, sometimes it's like, okay, I've been miserable. I need to stop being.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah. So, yeah, no. I mean, like I said, you need to find things that are also joyful to you. Like for me, traveling, eating, going out, hanging out with my friends, and doing things that I enjoy doing, having a life. And a lot of professors will talk about it because they've been through the process. They've done this for 20, 30 years. And they'll tell you, hey, in order for you to be a good actor, you have to have a life. Yeah. You have to experience life. You have to, and that's true. Acting is not a pretty career. It looks pretty to a lot of people. Yeah. They think it's, you have all this.
Glamorous.
Yes, no.
In front of camera.
No, I have work in the art department. It's not glamorous.
Not glamorous.
No, it's like doing construction work. And I'll tell you about it. I can do it.
So tell me about that. Like, let's talk about that non-glamorous side, right? People always see the final product, but they don't know what happens behind the scenes. No, so tell me about that.
Everything... The art department is I didn't know how hard. Yes, because it's like when it comes to acting, you have your own communication style. Yeah. You understand the cues, right? And that's how you say it, right? Yeah. And when it comes to the art department, it's the same thing. Okay. So it's like learning new words.
Have their own language.
They have their own language. Yeah. Yes. And I mean, like I told you, English is my second. But hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So there is another actor friend, which I went to college with when I started doing acting. And her name is Kate Brazel. And she is a director. She's a producer. She's worked in every department. She's very talented. Awesome. She does everything. And whenever the pandemic, I was pretty depressed in the house, and I was like, hey, if you have any work, because I've seen her doing all these films, and I'm like, hey, if you need somebody, just let me know. I'm bored home. I just want to know how is it to be in the other side, right? So she's very, very sweet, and she's always been a very nice person. She's like, you know what, I have this film coming up, you want to come and help me? And it was 7 Cemeteries. And the lead actor was Machete. You know who that is? Yeah. Yeah, Machete. Really cool. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, it's like 5 weeks, but it's going to be like, because we work before everybody else. We are not when they're filming. We're not there. Okay. We're supposed to build a set from scratch. And it was a house, old house. And they were supposed to they buy all the furniture from thrift stores. Everything from thrift stores. Yeah. And they'll
like low budget as possible, right?
She's like, yeah, you're going to paint the kitchen. Great. I'm like, yeah. And then you're going to put tape on the counters to make them look like they're new counters. Yeah. So I was supposed to, I don't know if you've ever seen those videos where people are taping the counters with new countertops. Like,
not taping.
Like they look like they're.
So it's like marble? It looks like marble?
It looks like marble.
But it's
She's
tape.
like, yeah, I have this knife and I have this thing. You can cut it there and you can shape it.
Yeah.
And I love to paint, and I'm very artsy.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And because a lot of the pandemic, I did a lot of painting in the house. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So I did all of that, and some of my other actor friends, some other people actually work on that film too, doing art department. And yeah, and then we're supposed to build like 55 gravestones.
Jeez.
Yes. And
That
it
sounds like construction. This doesn't sound like a
was
movie.
tedious. It was but I had so much fun working in that film. It was my first film, and it was a lot of work, working for 12 hours. And I'm like, I am not used to doing this.
Yeah.
And
But you fell in love with it or what?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. So if I work with her and the group of people that she likes to bring,
You're good.
yes. But most people are really good. Most people to work with. Even the ones that, like seem to be a difficult personality or you don't get along right away, like you make them your friend. And I love those kind of people. Like you're just like, who are you?
Like you're like, I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna be best
Are
friends.
you really not nice, or are
Yeah.
you? Oh yeah, most of them are really nice.
Yeah, because they always say never meet your heroes, right? And that's happened to me where I've met like my favorite singer or something, and I always thought like I had them on a pedestal, right? Like they're really cool, and you meet them, and they're kind of a jerk, and it's like, I wish I wouldn't have met you, almost, right? Like I don't know. Have you ever met somebody where it's like not what you expected, or no?
Like, well, I've worked with a lot of like famous. I work with some famous people, like real famous people, and then I work with some known actors and like people who are always working and who are always on set, which that's what really matters.
Yeah,
And most of them, like,
really cool.
they're really, really nice. Like my first film where I was a stand-in for this Puerto Rican actress, and she was really, really nice. And that was my first experience working in a film set. It was being a stand-in,
Yeah.
and I had to be there for 3 weeks with no pay, right? And yeah, she was pretty nice, and a lot of them are very nice. Machete, super sweet, super nice.
And on camera, you wouldn't think that,
No,
right? You would
no.
think like they're
He's super
grumpy, right? Like
very like he had whenever we were done with the film, he gave us a picture of himself with his tattoo and everything, like signed with my name.
That's
and
awesome.
thank you for everything. And he gave it to everybody on set, all the
Super
crew
cool.
people.
Yeah.
He was so sweet. I work with Sylvester Stallone.
No way.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So
The
you did
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King,
Yes.
right? Tell me about that.
He was
Yeah.
well, my scene got cut.
Yeah.
But I was there all day. I don't care. I was on set. It was a big production.
Did you see the quote that he said about Oklahoma or Tulsa?
I did, because honestly, that time, whenever they were filming, it was so hot.
Yeah. He said, what did he say? Like, I don't need to go to hell. I've been to
It was-
Oklahoma. Or like something where it's like, okay,
So
like
hot.
he wasn't a fan of.
Because he had a lot of scenes outside. And you
Yeah.
know when it's July and August.
Yeah, it's hot.
And I work outside.
I just thought it was
I am not
funny.
a construction person.
When
but
I saw that
acting
quote.
outside, it is so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard to work in the heat.
Mhm.
Because sometimes you're standing there for hours.
For sure.
And it's no joke. I mean, Oklahoma, it's big on film too.
Yeah.
So
So how did you like land that role? It was like Tulsa
it was a
King,
tape audition.
one of the biggest like, series ever, right?
Yes, I mean, I knew they were here filming because my talent agent is Sharon Tabb, and
Shout out.
Sharon Tabb, and she's a makeup artist
Mm.
too. So she worked with all the famous people. She works with a lot of famous people, and she's a normal person.
Amazing.
She's super nice.
Yeah.
And we already knew. I mean, we pretty much, a lot of the actors, we know whenever there's films, TV series, and stuff like that happening. And I already knew that one. And I knew about the Tulsa King, and I was like, oh my God, Rambo, I want to work on Tulsa King.
Yeah, really cool.
And then one day I was just like, oh my God, I want to work at Tulsa King. And I was just screaming in my car by myself because I wanted to work with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And I'm
But it
not
sounds
kidding.
like you manifest things, right? Like I'm noticing a trend with you. You like put it out there, like I'm going to do this.
I always put things out there.
Yeah.
I think it's, it could take 10 years, 15, 20 years.
It's going to happen.
That's how life
Yeah.
goes. It's not right away.
Yeah.
Nothing happens right away. Sometimes it does.
Mhm.
When you start acting, they call it the beginner's luck. You start booking and then you don't book nothing.
Really?
Yeah. At the beginning, you book everything.
Okay.
You're like, oh, you get so excited.
Yeah,
and then
this is
that's
gonna
it.
be easy.
That was it, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I got the tape audition. And then I recorded I recorded, sent it right away. I was taking an acting class with the LA coach because I was doing, and that was during COVID too. And I was doing a live video classes with 12 other people and LA coach. Every Sunday I was doing that. And we were talking about those things that like, you got to believe in yourself. The coach was really good at talking good things to us, positive things on us. And at that moment, I was, whenever you're taking classes and you're doing tape auditions, it's almost like you get better. You just get better. You become a better actor just because you're constantly doing scenes with other people. And you're getting
saying, like, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right?
Yes. And that week, I did my tape audition, sent it, and I was like, I'm going to book that one. And I did.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I wish it happened every single time. But and then I showed up to set, and it was pretty fun. I was pretty nervous.
Yeah. Did you still
I've been doing acting for so long, and got so nervous. Yes.
Yeah.
I did. I was supposed to be a nurse, and I had this scene with the main actress, Erica.
Yeah.
And she got shot, and I was supposed to take care of her. And Sylvester was supposed to come to see her and visit her and talk to her.
Okay.
So when I was having my scene with her, I get off I walk out the door, and Sylvester, like, I'm like, you can come in. And then he comes in, and then he has his scene. And I have to stay I'm supposed to stay in the scene. Out of the scene, but I cannot walk any longer.
Background.
I had to stay on the background. And the reason I had to stay in the background is because you cannot walk and make any noise. Because once he walks in, you get out of the way, and then you stay like outside of the scene. So I'm there watching him doing his monologue with her. And he was pretty good. I was like,
yeah.
Sylvester Stallone. That was like a couple hours with Sylvester Stallone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned that you've met all these famous people. Is it difficult to not like fan out, right? Because if you're like a big fan of this person, you have to play it cool, you have to be like, I've been here before. Like, I'm an actor too, right?
You have to treat them like a normal person, because I don't think I feel they deal with that all the time. And then imagine coming on set and having actors behaving that way.
Can you sign this? Or
That's
can we take a picture? Right?
No, that's very unprofessional. We have taken pictures with actors, but once we're done filming, everybody's like, okay, are we going to ask him? Yes, okay. And if we see one person, just ask him one question. It's done. It's done. Because I also work with William Levy in a film here. Okay. And that was when I started doing acting. And I was like, screw this. I'm just going to ask him, can you take a picture with me? He did.
Sure. That's cool.
Yeah, we also work with Pedro, like that movie with Pedro. But for Pedro, he was in that movie with Machete, and he was one of the leads too. Yeah. So at the end, we're waiting for him and him. Both of them were like, "Can we take a picture?"
Yeah, that's amazing.
Hell yeah,
that's really cool.
But not during filming. Not during filming. You cannot be a fan. You cannot be like, oh. They can tell you're freaking out. Right. They'll be like, yes.
Yeah,
you can tell.
If I put you on the spot, is there a favorite movie or a favorite project or maybe a favorite memory that has happened to you?
I really like working on the Blake Shelton music videos. It was because it was one of my first big things. And I worked with an amazing crew, and everybody was so nice. And we were pretty spoiled.
Yeah.
And it
was everywhere.
It was like filming and being on vacation because I was out of town. And I have good memories on that one. Volunteers too, because we got to go to different places. Yeah. And I work with a lot with Rogelio Almeida and Victor Caballero.
Yeah, shout out.
We work together in a lot of films. So a lot of those too, because it's more of a group project, and a lot of us are like we know each other, and we've worked in a lot of things together. So those are pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool that you mentioned that, because it's almost like you can build your own ecosystem, right? So if you start to know directors, camera guys, actors, right? Like it's almost like you help one another, and all of a sudden you can make a project come to life.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of them, like I get along with everybody. If everybody, I like everybody.
How do you define storytelling?
I think when it comes to acting, when it comes to the script, when you read the script and everything starts there, and especially when it comes to be the character of the film, and how are you going to interpret that character, and how are you going to perform. But it's more about interpretation, and go with not just the story and make the character yours. Like, I don't know, have you seen actors talk about that before too?
What,
where
you have to like bring it to life.
Bring it to life.
Right?
Yes.
Like it's like you have to be, they call it like method acting, right? Where like some people like get into the zone, and for like however long, they're that character. Like that's their personality.
Yeah. I don't think I'm a method actor.
No?
I'm more of like I mean, a lot of them, they tell you like make your own story in your mind about your own character and go from there. Or based on your life experiences, because that's what makes you be able to perform. Because if you have knowledge about things in life or of life, it's, you can compare yourself to the character and how they feel that situation, especially if you've been through those kind of things yourself.
Right.
And if you haven't, investigate or study about it, so you can, I mean, the older you get, the more you go through things in life where you can develop your own character and make your own decisions when it comes to that. And also talk to the director or the writer or what they expect from you and to go from there.
I've always wondered, how do people make themselves cry, right? So how do you, tell me like the secret. I've always wondered, like, how do you make yourself cry? Like, what do you think about? Like you were mentioning, like you've lived through experiences. Like
a lot of actors have said that they cannot cry. It's hard for them. But for me at the beginning, maybe when I didn't have a lot of experience, probably it would have been difficult. But I haven't done a lot of scenes where I'm crying.
Okay.
But at the same time, I've done tape auditions where I'm crying. It's
not difficult to like get in the zone.
I just get in the zone. I just feel the character. I feel for the things that they're going through.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, we all go through different difficult things in life, and you can sometimes go there.
True.
If you or not, depends how you feel. Or while you're studying for your lines, you start like, I don't know, you start feeling it here, and then
you become that person.
You become that. You become, not become that person, but feel the emotion.
Yeah.
You're capable. Like I allow myself to feel the emotion and try to be genuine about it.
Yeah.
Be honest about
I always think that's super cool when people can do that.
I know. I don't know. It will be terrible if I go to set and I cannot cry, but it can happen.
And then you want to be I don't know if it's a good crier, but you want to be like believable.
You want to be,
right?
I think it doesn't matter how you look in front of the camera, as long as you don't look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the only way you would look ridiculous if you're trying too hard.
Right.
And you're not being realistic. But if you actually feel for your character and feel in the moment that you're going through, like it's like, because that's when it comes to studying the script.
Yeah. And
like, okay, what am I going to, because in acting classes, you always have to interpret your character. You always have to study your character and be like, or like my professor said, you're supposed to make a story or make a story if you make it easier on you.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Make a story, a background story about this person and a prop or something about that person that makes them them. You see, have you ever watched a film where actor is doing something with their hands or stuff like that, or they're busy doing something? They're just not standing there and doing their lines. Yeah. You know, sometimes you're doing stuff. Sometimes you have nothing to do, make yourself something to do. And that's one of the things. And it's a lot. That's why acting classes are important. And sometimes I'm not that how do you call that? Like, I supposed to be doing it all the time, but sometimes I don't do it all the time.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned when like actors do things, because there's a big meme where The Rock, where he's always fixing his shirt.
Yes.
Like his button. And it's like he's always doing that. If you pay attention, he's always fixing like his cuff.
Yeah. And it's probably something that is about him, you know?
Yeah.
So make it your character. But yeah, that's, I'm telling you, like, it has to do a lot with psychology too. Like Meissner technique, there's this class where you're supposed to mimic what the other actor is doing, right? And then eventually it will hit you. It's like, oh, it's about reading the other person's behavior and reading their, you know, because, I mean, have you watched a film where the other actor is like doing something with their eyes?
Yeah.
And they're just doing something with their eyes and they're communicating with their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not many people can do that. And you can tell what they're thinking.
Yeah. That's super cool to
and it's I don't know if I make sense.
No, I get it, because I've definitely seen that where it could even be like silence, and they just like focus on that person's eyes or something, and you can feel like what that actor's like. Yeah.
And it's also like a behavior, like I said with Meissner technique, or is you're watching the other people behavior, and then it hits you where you're like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like you start learning. Reading people, and that's because you're mimic their behavior and you're watching, and I think that's very important in acting, because whenever you're watching something, a movie or anything, and the actor is doing whatever, like I said, with the eyes, with their hands, because a lot of people get into the onset and they do their scene, but they're not conveying anything.
Yeah. It has to be believable.
It has to be believable. Even the smallest things matter.
Yeah. Let's get serious. Let's talk about your playlist. If I pull up your playlist, who am I going to find on your playlist? And it's a safe, comfortable zone. We're not going to judge you. So
no, right with you. You will find Cardi B.
Cardi B?
Yes,
okay.
Cardi B. You will find Nati Peluso. You will find Don Omar. Bad Bunny, of course, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I went to see him like last year. So
you did?
It was pretty cool. I don't know if it was last year or 2024. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But he was pretty cool.
I bet.
He's better, like when you watch him live, he's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
I love Nati Peluso.
His production is like amazing too, right? Like
yes.
the Bad Bunny concerts.
So freaking cool. And I was not like a big fan. I would listen to his music, but after that concert, I was like, oh, I love Bad Bunny. He has something. I mean, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
And then I like Carla Morrison, too, when I'm trying to chill and not think about anything. But if I go to the gym or I have something, you know, where I need energy, like Cardi B, definitely. Or Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
But,
are you a big music person? Like, because I definitely always have to have music. No matter what I'm doing, there's always got to be music in the background.
Yes,
so
I do.
You're a big music person?
Okay. Especially if I'm working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about preparing for roles and like practicing scripts and stuff like that? Do you have music or no music?
No music.
No music?
No music.
Okay.
No, I'm a little bit ADHD. No, imagine. I can only like focus on one thing and one thing only. That's it.
Okay.
So no, I don't think I can do those things unless I need to hype for a commercial or something, and I'm feeling a little bit down. I will put you some Cardi B or Beyonce. I will put Beyonce and stuff like that because
projects like what do you have going on? Like what's the future hold for you?
Right now, I'm focusing on just my career, just like I said, tape auditions and prepare for some more things for, to grow more in my career. My son is grown now. I'm more able to travel and do more things.
Awesome.
So, that's another step that I need to take. And I've been a little bit slow about it.
Yeah, that's cool. So what would be your advice for somebody that dreams about going into acting? What would be your advice? Like if you had to redo it again, would you do it the same way? Or you think now with technology and the world being different, is there a different approach that you would take?
I think I did good. for all the tools that I had in that moment.
Yeah.
I did my best, and I was very like hands-on about it. And my advice would be to, first of all, if you want to be an actor, and if you tell anybody, your family, your friends, there's going to be people who are going to try to discourage you because, yeah, this career is difficult. It's difficult. It has a lot of good moments, but a lot of, like I said, a lot of slow moments, and, you're going to feel defeated for a long time. But it's always, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. This is your life.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to live your life. This is your experience, nobody else's experience. And if you're paying your own bills, and if you're minding your own business, do your own thing. Who cares what people are going to do?
Life is short.
People are going to judge you either way because they will judge you.
Yeah.
I have people judging me or telling me things,
Yeah.
some comments and stuff like that. And it will piss me off in the moment, but then I will use that. I really did use that.
That's like fuel. Like,
Yes, I used to
watch
be
me.
like that. Not anymore. Like now, if people say something, I'll just stay away from those people. But at the same time, I think we do take a lot of validation from our parents and the people around us. But like I said, this is your life. And if you know and you want to do this, do it, And there's some local stuff and here in Oklahoma, and there's local stuff in your city, like look for acting classes. Make sure they're for real, because there's a lot of scammers over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Search actors in your area. Anybody that you know. Look for their classes. Look for their talent agencies. There's a lot of information online. You can ask ChatGPT. You can like TikTok. Even when I'm taping auditions, sometimes I look into TikTok, YouTube, anything, any information. But the most important part, it's the most important stuff. It's getting your headshots. Google headshots. Yeah. And look for something that works for you.
But good headshots.
Yes,
because
good.
I'm hearing that the LA headshot person like nailed it, right? So
Yes. But there's also good local photographers who are cheaper. And if you don't have a lot of money, you can spend $100, $200.
Yeah.
And put an outfit that works for you. And you can do your own hair and makeup. And, you're going to start with something.
Yeah.
Even in your own camera. Whatever. If you don't have the tools, make something out of your phone. Like, do something. Acting classes. There's a lot of cheap, not a very expensive classes. Local theater classes or whatever. If you're shy, learn a monologue, a 30-second monologue from a movie that you like, for TV series that you like, for your age.
Yeah.
Whatever. If you like drama, if you like comedy, memorize that. Practice that. Put your film, practice in front of you on the mirror, whatever works for you.
Film yourself. I would
Film yourself,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And just start with something. And Facebook, there's a lot of film groups.
Okay.
Search for those. And a lot of times they're looking for extras.
Yeah.
And that's how you start. You start as an extra. And sometimes you're on set for 12 hours and sometimes you're not doing anything. Sometimes you're sitting down and they don't even need you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's for free. Sometimes you got to do it for free.
Yeah.
At least for the first year.
Even then, if you're not doing anything, you don't know if maybe you'll meet somebody, you'll develop a connection, networking. Like,
it's always about
there's still
connections and
something
networking.
there, right?
Yeah. And a lot of people, like, if you're professional and you show up and you do your job, they're going to book you again. And they're,
Yeah. I love that. That's great advice.
Don't let anybody take advantage of you either. There's a lot of people who take advantage of people.
Yeah.
So don't take advantage.
Okay.
If you're on set, if somebody mistreat you, don't work with them again.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. I love that. That's great advice, because I think nowadays, like, I don't know, if you're a kid, you could almost like start doing your own videos, your own YouTube channel, your own TikTok.
Yeah.
And just start dreaming and start practicing.
And you wanna do everything, and you wanna take everything. And sometimes you think that, okay, well, if I gotta put up with this, I'm just gonna do it. No, you don't have to put up with anything. In fact, just believe in yourself and just keep finding your people. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I want to thank you for your time. I really enjoyed the conversation. I know you said you're not big into social media, but if people do want to follow you, what's the best like platform for them to follow you?
I have Instagram. I have TikTok. You can just search me, Edna Garcia or Edna Gabriela Garcia.
Perfect.
Yeah, and YouTube too, Edna Garcia Demo Reel.
Cool.
And you can actually sometimes Google my name and I will appear.
Yeah,
and
IMDb. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
I wish one day, I'm going to put it out there. One day I'm going to have IMDb.
You can. You can. Anybody can do it. I believe in you.
Cool.
I believe in you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I really
it's fun.
have a good time talking
Anytime
to
you want to swing by again, just let me know.
Just invite me again then.
All right, cool.
Thank
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, the super talented Edna Garcia on the Maverick Podcast. In dreams, we trust.
Thank you.